We're going to go live in 5, 4, 3. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Fallingtower's Watch the First podcast, year in review. It's 52 shows, 52 episodes, 52 weeks.
51.
Is it 51?
Yeah, because at the end of last year, no, because I guess, at the end of last year, we did the year in review for the previous year.
Yeah, but we didn't do, well, who knows? So everybody
But
at
then there
home,
was also a couple of different ones that every time there was a VTC, we would usually do a couple. So maybe it's 53 or 54.
that's why everybody at home has to do the counting for us, because this is going to go so fast. And there's no way that we're going to figure this out. So everybody at home, keep your counts. Like with every single thing we do, just say number 1, number 2, number 3, all the way through. Lila Shacker is here. She's an incredible actress, writer, producer. It's going to be so much fun starting right now.
No, amazing.
Let's check the live chat. What's up, everybody in the live chat? Do you see? Oh, yeah. C. Swanick says, Michael looking dapper. So that's that's what we know. All right. Oh boy, we already have trouble in the waiting room. That means we better hurry. We got somebody in the waiting room. So first things first, we're going to go through all of these episodes. The first one was episode number 93.
I did a count on the sheet and it says 50. How can that be?
I don't know, but we will see. The first one was Silverhawks. I mistakenly thought that you were on the show, Michael, for that one, but it turned out you watched it on your own and you commented in the live chat your score. That's what it was. And so we will jump ahead to this is a big one.
I brought this though for us to watch and look at, huh?
Silverhawks. Number one fan, everybody. Silverhawks. All right.
This is the shirt that Ryan got me for my birthday.
My God.
I thought it was for Christmas.
For my Christmas birthday.
Yeah, Jesus. That's why. So we
we
got to move forward, though.
It's only two sizes too big, so thanks, Ryan.
I know. That's why I was like, we gotta go. Just wash it and put it in the dryer a million times. So the second episode, though, is where we really got started. This was Book of Boba Fett. With Scott Baker and Jennifer Durst, who you will see later. This was Book of Boba Fett. We all gave it high scores. Michael, you said you would watch the second episode. Did you, though?
I watched them all. And Ryan, if you have not, you're missing out.
Oh, wow.
Really? Have you seen it, Lila?
I have not, but it sounds cool.
Yep. Everybody in the live chat.
I feel like I'm missing out.
Let us know in the live chat if you have seen all of Book of Boba Fett.
Wait, there's a live chat?
Mm-hmm. And they are going nuts for this. So next is, oh boy, all right, we got to let trouble in.
All right, let's let trouble in.
We've got another one of our favorite people, I say sarcastically. Rico E. Anderson is joining us here.
Hey!
Popping in just a second here.
He's invisible. I see him none.
There he is.
Now he's visible.
Michael
And
King
audible.
Rosenberg, as I live and breathe. How are you, sir?
I'm glad that you do live and breathe.
Oh, it's good to see you. Hello, Ryan T. Husk. Hello, Layla.
Hello.
Lila Shacker.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. So Rico, welcome to the show. Everybody in the live chat is going ballistic for you. You are here just in time. The next episode we did, episode 95, was Golden Palace. That was like the spin-off of Golden Girls. So we brought you and Darth Shuey back for that because you were such a great combo with the Golden Girls. You remember it well, right?
I do.
Oh, you're talking to him, yeah.
Everybody said that they would watch the second episode, and by everybody I mean just Darth and Mike. Mike, did you watch the second episode?
I watched the second and the third, fourth, fifth, I think sixth. We're not quite through it yet. Angie's not the biggest fan, but I like to throw it in every once in a while I want to see my girls,
Yeah.
my girls in their golden years. And Don
Cheech.
Cheadle. We can't forget Don and Cheech. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cheech
What about
continues
you,
to be
Rico?
good.
You said you would not watch the second, did you though? Did you cheat?
He did. He did.
No, actually, I didn't. I did not. Yeah, and I'm usually like that person who likes everything. But this particular
Ain't that the
one,
truth?
yeah. But I don't know, man. I just it didn't sing to me. It didn't do me, and so I had to bail. And I love the Golden Girls, and I love me some Cheech. I love me some Don Cheeto, but I just wasn't. I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it.
Let's see what the live chat has to say about that.
What are they talking about? I should be watching that, looking at that there and seeing.
They're talking about something else. I think we need to move on. We're boring them.
Probably. So
we've
up
lost them
next,
that easily.
Speaking of boring, episode 96 with Kat Guerin was Hot in Cleveland. I think I gave it a pretty good marks, but the two of you, Michael and Kat, did not. None of us said we would watch the second episode. Michael, did you though?
I did not. No, I was very upset that I was forced to watch that show, and
a lot of people suggested it.
Did not watch the second of that one, even though it has Betty White. But
right,
it was just. Have you seen it, Rika?
Yeah. I actually like.
How many episodes have you watched?
I've watched a few. There's a lot of nostalgia to it. So I mean, just with all the people who are on there, you got reps from Frasier, you got Betty White, who needs no introduction.
Van Halen.
Huh?
You got Van Halen represented?
Well, yeah, through marriage and then divorce. But yeah, Valerie Bertinelli and Wendy Malick, who's like, she's a comedy goddess, man. She's freaking hilarious. I remember her from Just Shoot Me. And
I remember her from a show way back on HBO. What was it called? It was like a sexy drama or something like that. They didn't actually show any sex. Dream On is what it was called.
Oh, Dream On. Okay.
Great song.
This guy would always have like erotic dreams or something like that. And like she was his wife or something.
Oh, I was gonna say in what?
WTF, Dream On.
Hey,
speaking of erotic dreams, I just called our friend Darth Shuey, who was supposed to come on with you, Rico, because you're always such a great combination. And you know what he said to me? He said, "Oh yeah, shoot, I'm ready to go. I'm just doing laundry right now."
Oh, so let's just hang out and wait.
In an hour or two, he'll be here at pronto.
He's just hanging out. He's just chilling. So Darth will be here in a moment, everybody. You can watch him fold laundry.
That's hilarious.
Up next, episode 98 with our good friend, too far. Episode 97 with our very good friend, Jackie Gaynor. We did Hawkeye on Disney Plus. We all gave it kind of middling marks. Jackie said she would watch the second. Michael said he would also. I said I would not. I did not. I kept my word. What about you, Michael?
Of course you did not. Ryan never watches the second episode. He has a lot of TV to watch. First of all, he's watching Star Trek 2 or 3 times a week. And there's Darth Shuey connecting to audio. We'll hear him and see him.
Straight from the laundry room, folks. Darth Shuey.
Hey,
there he is. He's the
Hi from the laundry room.
Oh yeah, man, you guys are loud. That's probably my thing.
No, we're
Have
being
you met
loud.
Rico?
Hey, wait a minute.
Rico.
Unfortunately, though, back to my point, I have not seen the second episode of Hawkeye because I try not to watch too much TV. And if my wife is not into something, I just never watch it. For instance, sorry to say, I've only seen the first episode of Picard season 2 because she wasn't into it. And so I was
more than me.
Sick the first couple weeks of the year, and I was able to catch up on Lower Decks. So that's the good news.
Justin Roiland's been canceled. Can't support him anymore.
So
What
Linda
has?
Anderegg says Darth.
Justin Roiland.
David Gregory says Darth.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
What more needs to be said?
He says
Yeah.
it with 2 exclamation marks and a blue heart though as well. So
Mm.
Oh,
Some of
all
us
right.
say Darth. You know, some of us really get into it.
Yeah, it's all in the tone.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like to say something about Hawkeye.
Yeah.
okay, you just did.
Then my job here is done. No, I loved the show. I
Okay.
love the whole Christmas theme. I love the fact that they were, it was of course the continuing adventures, and Marvel stuff is pretty much stuff that no matter what it is, I'm gonna be there for it. I love it.
Most
Yeah.
likely.
I grew up on Marvel comics and just all the things Marvel, and so when we finally got it, in technology wise, where we could do all the wonderful things that we can do on film and TV, I was here for it because now we're seeing the live versions of stuff that many of us grew up reading in comics and stuff. So it's very exciting.
Imagination back then.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, let me
Darth.
ask you this real quick, Rico.
Mhm.
Was
Yeah.
Hawkeye like a TV series version of Die Hard?
Mm.
Whoa.
That's a good connection.
All right, so he's not going to answer right now. So let's move on, Ryan.
Yes. Darth, in 2 words or less, somebody BL asks, what's the mug design?
Oh, it's well.
All
if
right.
You're,
There we go.
if you're a Columbo fan, it's all.
Oh,
the
hold it
killers
up.
from Columbo.
Oh, it's
yeah.
Columbo. Wait,
Yeah, you got a Shatner in there somewhere. You got Nimoy in there somewhere.
All I
Wait,
saw was
how did
your
that
hand.
Your hand was covering the mug. there.
how does that relate to Columbo though? I don't get it. What am I missing here?
Well, Leonard Nimoy was a killer in Columbo. There he is, right there.
Oh,
The doctor.
okay.
All right, great.
It was
So,
Shatner. All right, great. Moving on.
yeah, I counted 2 words for sure there,
Darth,
somewhere in there.
Darth,
Next
you will
was-
never. Good.
Episode 98 with our good buddy Darnell Davis. We did Living Single.
Yeah,
We all gave it pretty good, decent, average marks. Check that out. It's episode 98. But we all said no, we would not watch the second.
Ooh.
I did not watch the second.
yeah. Me neither.
Lila's nodding. Have you ever seen it, Lila?
I've not seen the first or second or
Michael,
Not
did you
only
watch
have I
the
not seen
second
the
or did you
second,
move on
I
with
did
your
not.
life?
No, we can move on. We can move on with our lives.
Rico,
Frank Shuey says, "Hi,
Darth,
Mike.
What about you guys?
Hi, Frank Shuey.
Oh, hey, I know that guy.
Hey, Frank. Your dad just said.
He also
Nice.
says hi, Rico. So it's good that you
What's
said
up,
hi
Frank?
him back. So.
Yeah, Frank
Frank
and I, we
Shuey.
all hung out after the Picard premiere at Dave and Buster's. Sans
Yeah, that
Darth.
was fun. Yeah,
Sans
I had to work
Ryan,
in the
too.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I showed
David
up late.
Gregory has an arrow pointing to his name, and he says, "Columbo fan here."
Yeah, nice. All right. There's a few of us out there.
There is a show, and it's escaping me. Maybe somebody
There's
in
a
the chat.
lot of them. There's a lot of them.
That's the rumor. So there's a show
We've watched most of them.
so there's a show that that's coming out on Peacock. I think it's already out, and it stars Natasha Lyonne, and it's basically Columbo. And
No,
I
I
always
saw
say
that.
to my mind, if they ever redid Columbo, Natasha Lyonne would be perfect.
She's
for it.
good. She's
real?
good.
And, well, it's very
Oh.
Columbo-ish from my understanding. And Poker Face, yeah, somebody just said
Yeah.
Poker Face, and it's basically Columbo today, and
Oh.
with a female lead, and Natasha Lyonne she kills it. So
She's
I
good.
heard the Knives Out stories are basically Columbo ripoffs.
Well,
Let's put our knives
more of a
back
whodunit,
in.
but-
Let's put our
Yeah.
knives
Yeah.
back in and move on to the next one, Ryan. Trying to help you out here.
That was pretty good. I was like, how's he gonna, well, sometimes it's a will more than the way.
Yeah.
Yes. So up next, episode 99. Anybody know that awesome Megadeth song, 99 Ways to Die? One of my favorite Megadeth songs
Oh yeah. I think I've
Ever.
heard it, yeah.
off
Nope.
of Hidden Treasures. It's some kind of soundtrack. Great song. Anyway. So number 99 was with our good buddy Casturi. We did Black Lightning. Black Lightning, another superhero show. Rico's nodding. He knows of it. We all gave it pretty decent marks. Michael said he would watch the second. Kasturi and I both said no. I did not watch the second. Michael, did you?
No, I didn't. I was trying to actually remember that show. We watched so many shows.
Well, that's your
kind
job.
of gritty.
It was my job.
Yes, it was your job.
Now it's your job. Rico's the official co-host now. He just signed up.
Hey, all right.
What? All right. I'm going in.
All right. Darth,
What was
have you
the,
seen Black Lightning?
Did not see the pilot, but I've seen little bits and pieces of it. I don't know. The story looks good. Looks got some interest. It's TV. What is that? CW up there. So.
Yeah. Well, especially those CW DC shows, right? Smallville. They didn't do
Flash.
Hey,
really,
WTF
Lila? I haven't
Smallville.
seen that either. Yeah, that's one we've never done. WTF Smallville. If you'd like us to do that, in the comments below.
Yes.
Silent, but have you seen Black Lightning though?
I have not. Same as Darth, like bits and pieces here and there, but I haven't like really watched an episode in order all the way through.
Okay.
Looks good though.
All right. We've got another very cool, special, fun guest joining in just a moment. But before we jump into that,
We've
next
got a
is
very important episode.
Yeah, episode 100 in Living Color with Rico E. Anderson joining us for that one. Everybody remembers that one, I hope. Probably not meteorologist Katie because she's like 11.
Yeah.
We all gave it very high
11,
marks,
so.
Well deserved. We all said that yes, we would watch the second episode. But did we?
Yep.
I am absolutely 100% sure that I watched the second episode back in the 90s. I didn't watch the second episode after it's on YouTube, first of all, so it's not the best, not the greatest qualitates, not the highest ilk of video quality. And maybe they had the second episode. I didn't really go looking for it because I've seen a lot of In Living Color. Loved every minute of it though. Highly recommended if you've not seen In Living Color. You've been living in black and white.
Yeah.
Very good.
The Crown. Men on Film.
Yeah.
There's a lot of iconic.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah, Fire Marshal Bill. Yeah.
Rico, I love the second.
Darth.
I would. I don't think I have. I didn't really watch it back then. I think I started watching it like kind of when it was in rerun, when it was already kind of in syndication.
Okay.
Yeah, the Fly Girls, where Jennifer Lopez got her start.
Yeah.
Rosie Perez also.
Oh, she was a Fly Girl.
She was. Yeah. No, I love
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the show. I've seen the second. I've seen all of them. It was such a great series, a fun series, and an alternate series to All Things Saturday Night Live. And it was just great to see all that Black representation and really showcasing amazing talent with people that to this day, they're the reason why we have with Jim Carrey, like, some of the best comedy that ever came out. And
the
even
Wayans
with
brothers, Jamie Foxx, all of those guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of melding superheroes and Black superheroes, Blank Man is one of my favorite movies, right?
Blank Man.
I've never seen that one.
Blank Man is hilarious. Ryan, you got to get yourself to a movie theater back in the early 2000s or late 90s and go watch Blank Man.
Okay. I loved In Living Color.
Speaking though of fantastic Black talent, I just needed to point out that it's Black History Month and that Rico has an awesome Sidney Poitier poster behind him. So
yes.
And I just want to say that I loved In Living Color when I was a kid, and I loved it again when we watched it. It just makes you feel good. As soon as you hear that song, you're like, oh, that's right. I do love this thing. However, something that we also kind of loved was episode 101 Josh Sussman and Lila Shacker joined us for this one.
Yeah.
If you can remember all the way back to February 23rd, 2022. Sorry, March 2nd, 2022. Only Murders
2000, Conan.
in the Building. Only Murders in the Building. Mike said thumbs down.
Oh, wow.
Everybody else said thumbs up. I did watch the next episode. I watched the whole first season. I have not touched the second season yet, though. Lila, do you remember that? Did you watch the second episode, the second season? What's up?
I did. I think I did watch the second episode, but I don't think I watched beyond that. But I did enjoy it. I think I was just like you guys, had a lot of other stuff I was watching, so I didn't continue on through that. But I think I watched the second episode. Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. But I feel like now I can go back and watch more because I did really enjoy what I watched.
Well, it's been renewed too, so it
need to get on that.
Hey, some people like that. I'm not one of those people.
Darth is being very peanut gallery. What do you think about this series?
Darth has laundry on the mind still.
What it is, I was actually watching Three Amigos last night, and I
nice.
I was like, damn, I want to watch this show, Only Murders in the Building. Especially that was like Three Amigos is mostly written by Steve Martin. So I was like, I mean, imagine like there's got to be a lot of. Anyways, yeah, just the whole time I was thinking, damn, I got to start watching that show. But maybe not if Mike gives it the old double thumbs down.
Here's the thing.
Watch the first episode and then decide.
Watch the first
That's
episode.
The rule.
I go hated it.
If you're into if you're into true crime podcasts or true crime documentaries or anything like that, you might be into it. I am not into that, and so I'm not into this show. Despite having Steve Martin and Martin Short, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, right. That's all they had to say for me.
Come on, son.
I heard.
Well,
what is it?
Go ahead.
Murder. What is it? True crime and true crime documentaries are very popular with women. That's what I heard. That's like the main demographic. That's what I heard.
Oh.
It is. Yeah.
Who'd you hear that from?
Mostly a lot of ladies, I guess.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say some dude bros at the gym. Bunch of drunk guys at the bar, no biggie.
Well, just added on to that. Whenever I'm a guest at any con, I've noticed lately, like a lot of the women who come to my table become very gravitated towards like the cop shows that I've done, and so it's and they're like, oh, I've seen that, I've watched that. I was like, I know you do, so
that's the demographic, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So
for whatever reason, it speaks to them. So
what do you guys think the demographic is for Avenue 5? Because that was episode 102 with Melissa Longo. Michael and I gave it pretty good marks. Melissa was like, it's a 5 at best. However, all three of us said we would watch the second episode. Confession, I did not. But did you, Mike?
Why not?
Another confession. I saw the whole series before we watched it, but then I did go back and watch the second episode. I don't think I've seen any more since then, but hey, meteorologist
Would you look
Katie,
at who is here?
Hey,
Speak of the D and she shall appear.
Good to see you.
Good to
just
see
finishing
you
up on
too.
Avenue 5. Has anybody else seen Avenue 5, by the way?
on HBO.
yeah, I don't even know what it
Basically
is.
a cruise ship in space.
I didn't either, even after watching it.
That's with Lori.
That's with what?
Is
Ethan
that
Phillips.
with Lori?
Ethan
yeah,
Phillips, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a
Hugh
couple of
Laurie, I don't know. Well, Emmy-winning meteorologist Katie Nicolau is here.
Woo!
Thanks for playing with us.
Thanks for having me.
And you are here just in time. What a coincidence, as the French say. For episode 103, you, Katie, and Bridget Fitzgerald joined us for the original series of Star Trek, The Cage. First episode.
Episode 0.
Yes.
Amazing.
That's what it is.
This one was actually watched the zerost of a show.
We polled everybody, and everybody said that we could go ahead and watch it. Otherwise, we would have been like,
right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No.
Smell a spinoff with Watch the Zeroist. We'd probably have to change the tone.
It's only the pilots,
Yeah,
the unaired pilots.
right.
It was quite a mixed bag, with Katie really pooping on it with a low score. You really squatted. You popped a squat hard on that one.
Wow.
But we all
It was a
said
messy
that
one
we
also. It
would
was
watch.
messy.
We all said we would watch the second episode. I don't know if that would be considered episode 1 or episode 2. I did not. Full confession. What about you, Michael? What about you, Katie?
I have seen it. Ryan is raising his hand, but he can answer his own question. I did not watch it this time, but I have seen it before. I don't know if it's the Man Trap or where no one has gone before, or which one you would consider the second episode. Seen them though, and I actually watched the entire original series. Can you say that, Ryan?
Yeah, easily.
That's the only Star Trek I've watched
Okay.
all the way.
But truthfully,
See, watch. Oh, you mean like fact? Oh, I mean, I can say that. Yeah, it's not like.
but truthfully, have you watched the
Yeah.
entire series? That's
I
the
mean, well, I believe the question was, Katie, did you watch the?
Mm. I did.
I think that was.
It just kind of queued up next. So I was like, might as well click. Let's go down this rabbit hole again. It'll take me a week.
Is it your
I mean,
favorite
there-
Star Trek series, Katie?
No, but it is fun for what it is.
Yeah.
For what it is.
I enjoy showing it to my little brother because he's kind of into Star Trek, and yeah,
And you want to turn him
he
off to
thinks
it? No.
of it as
There are a lot of
yeah,
classic episodes in there. Yeah.
he enjoys the old humor of it all. Just like looking at me like practical effects.
Yeah, it at times it could be a bit of a hard watch, depending on the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You guys are
I think-
such haters. That's
which
my
one-
favorite Star Trek series you're talking jive about.
Yeah.
Is
See,
it
Come
I
on.
like the jokes because there was the one I can't
I
remember. It was
love
the
it.
mental asylum where they get trapped, and she's like, "I'm the prettiest woman on this planet." And he's like, "You're the only woman on this planet, you cow." And I'm just like, "Oh my god!"
Now that's
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
So I'm like, it catches you so off guard.
oh yeah,
Well, at the end of every episode, they'd always have some joke. They'd be all sitting around drinking coffee or whatever, Ractagina or whatever they're drinking, right? And like, well, that's sure we sure got out of that was a pickle or some
yeah.
didn't
Moral of
really
the
make a joke
story.
right there. But
Right. And
it
Bones is
wasn't
always
necessarily
like,
the moral. It was just like kind of joking about, well, that happened, didn't it? The kind of thing.
Yeah. and it's always the three. It's like, Bones looks at Spock and he's like, "Well, Spock, I guess you were wrong." And Spock's
Yeah,
like, "Well,
yeah.
screw you, Doctor." And Kirk's like, "Boys, boys, boys," and then they all freeze frame.
Yeah.
And then it's the end of the show. Oh wait,
Did
that's
somebody say freeze frame?
Every 80s sitcom.
Well, tell you what, everybody, we had very mixed results on something that was very highly suggested. Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel had 4 aneurysms because she just kept saying over and over and over and over and over again, we have to do For All Mankind. So
wow.
we finally acquiesced. We did For All Mankind, and everybody gave it stellar marks, except for
Not
Michael.
everybody.
And we all said that, yes, we would watch the second episode. I would, but I did not.
I did not say
our
that. I said
special
I
guest-
would not watch the second episode.
Yeah. Our special guests were Dr. Mohammed Noor and Dr. Tanya Harrison. Dr. Tanya Harrison is actually a Mars rover scientist with NASA, or was at the time. She's also back here on Virtual Trek Con. She was here just yesterday. And Dr. Mohammed Noor is an evolutionary biologist. So if they both said it was good, Michael, and
Yeah,
you
then
said
I
you
still
would
didn't
not,
like
I
it.
didn't
I
watch
still
it.
didn't like
Did
it.
you?
I didn't like it. I didn't watch the second. I said I would not watch the second, and I did not because I didn't like it. So
Rico, Darth, Lila, you guys seem like you might
I
have
haven't seen
watched
it.
it.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I'm still tripping off
Hey!
Michael being such a hard sell, man. He's
I never even heard of it.
joining us direct from his car,
Josh
Dr.
Sussman
Josh
driving on the
Sussman.
freeway.
yeah.
Hello.
What's up, Josh?
You know him from
yeah.
Glee, or you might know him from the guy in front of you that's not moving on the freeway.
Okay, sorry. No, I'm parked. To prove it, I'll unbuckle. I'm parked.
Oh, even
Ah!
better. All right.
So
Well,
cool.
welcome, Josh.
I wish I had a Ractigino with me. I hear that's what everyone's drinking these days.
I got a pretty
It's
strong
the
one right
drink
here.
of choice. I'm almost done with mine, so.
So everybody in the live chat is going nuts for all mankind. They always say hi, Bob. Apparently, that's the thing. Hi, Bob. Lila, if somebody says hi, Bob to you, they're quoting for all mankind, and they think it's truly the most clever thing every time.
Okay, good to know.
Hi, Bob.
Bob.
The more you
And I bet the
know.
live chat's about to say hi, Bob, a million times too, because they're gonna be like, "Yep, that's our thing."
Hey, live chat. Hey, Ryan, guess what? I met someone from the live chat in real life last week.
The live chat
It
is
was-
real life.
Well, no, but they're in the live chat. But then it
In
was
person.
May. So May, if you're here,
Oh,
we
May
met.
Borello.
And I thought that was so cool.
There's May Borello in the live chat, and she says, "Yay, Josh!" with 2 exclamation points. Linda
What's up,
Andreich says,
May?
"Josh" with 3 exclamation points. Tanya Harmon says, "Hi, Jolly Josh." She always knows when you're on. She's a good
Hi,
one.
Tanya.
Dave Gregory says, "Whoa, Josh," or maybe he says, "Whoa, Josh." Kimber
Whoa.
Spores says, "Yay, Josh."
Which one? Make up your mind.
Yay.
All
That's
of
All
them
right.
at once.
favorite
Oh, okay.
2-word combination. I love hearing "yay, Josh" or "Josh, yay" in all forms.
Any combination of the two.
Speaking of all forms, Stargate Atlantis has been a show in 3 different forms. Actually, Stargate has. Atlantis was one of those. We watched
By the way,
that.
Ryan, I think you forgot to mention that, like, Star Trek TOS, We're All Mankind. I think Atlantis and the next show too were all for a virtual Trek con.
At least throughout that
Mhm.
month. Yeah, I forget a
Yeah.
lot of things, but yeah, that's what it was. And it was a good time. So
How
that
does
was kind of
Trek
like,
did that.
we made it like sci-fi month, kind of like this one, we always do that for, oh, look at
Mickey.
Mickey's there.
Mickey!
Okay, so we had Kat
Oh,
Karen and
hi,
Roz
everyone.
Stanley joining us for Stargate Atlantis. We had 3 yeses and 1 no. I was the no.
Yeah.
And I remember why I said no. It wasn't it's just because it wasn't very good. And so I wouldn't subject myself to that. However, Josh, you will be happy to know that I gave it a 4 because I did
Okay.
not really care for it. Because in the past, when I said it was a 4, but I kind of enjoyed it, you got livid.
Oh,
So
of course. I think it makes sense to you now.
Yeah.
For everyone who hasn't seen those previous episodes, Ryan, there was a show that he kind of liked, and he gave it a 4 or something. And it's
Right.
like, if you like it, you don't give it a 4. Like, I had to teach
Josh-
Ryan about the rating.
Josh made the Sussman rule,
mhm.
which is he
What?
said, I would like to make a rule. Those were his words. I would like to make a rule that if you rate something a 4,
That's true.
it means you didn't like it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Michael-
Everyone in the live
I agree.
chat, do you agree?
No, because you can like something.
We all agree.
But
You
just
could
not
like
very much.
something, but admit that, okay, it's not very good. But Michael, you said
but
you
it's
would
good
watch
for
it. Did
you.
you watch the second?
No, I have not had time to watch the second. So I would. I still would. I would back then, and I would now. But I
It
haven't.
gets better as it goes on.
Yeah,
I feel like
wouldn't
that show.
Ah, Lila's a fan of Stargate.
I don't think I actually ever watched the pilot, but I watched a lot of seasons after that. Yeah, I was a fan.
Kind of
Did
here
you
and
watch-
there.
Did you watch
Yeah.
SG1 as well, or only Atlantis or Universe?
I did a little bit of SG1, yeah, but Atlantis, I think I probably watched more of Atlantis than any of the other ones.
That's funny. I watched Atlantis first and then Universe. I've seen the movie, but I've never seen SG1. I think I may have seen 1 or 2 episodes, but
Yeah.
Wow.
I just-
I think
Everybody
Stargate's
in the
different
live
for
chat,
everyone.
everybody in the live chat's given a lot of love to Stargate. So I guess maybe I'm the one that's wrong there. Maybe.
I saw
So
the
next-
movie way back in the day. Then I saw Universe,
I love
now
the
I'm
movie
working
when I
my
was a
way
kid.
through SG1. So
I'm still
That's
upset
cool.
about Universe because that was a good show for me.
I thought it was great.
They really should have continued it, but
Well, you know what Josh did not think was great? When he came on with our good friend Jurassic Jennifer Durst was Star Wars Rebels, episode 106. He gave it not so favorable score.
No.
He was also the only one of the four of us that said he would not watch the second episode. Josh, admit it now. Did you watch the second anyway? You were just being grumpy. Oh my God, I knew it.
It still wasn't good. I didn't get beyond the first season, and it's because they have that memorable Star Wars music, and it manipulates our brains into thinking it's better than it is. Your familiar locations. Yes. No, but I think I probably tried the first season way before even reviewing it with you. And at that point, when we watched it, I was like, I wouldn't continue because I know I didn't continue when I tried years earlier.
Michael, did you watch the second? I didn't.
No, I didn't. I still would. I still would. My
you
wife and I are
still
still
would? How
working
many
our
years
way
has it
through
been?
Clone Wars. We're still working our way through Clone Wars, so
Okay.
slowly because we don't watch that much television.
Well, here's a fun one. Episode 107. We did Halo on Paramount Plus with Tamia Harper of the Sci-Fi Sisters.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It was surprisingly better than I expected. We all gave it high marks. I said I would not watch the second, though. The two of you said you would.
Yeah.
See, Josh, the other way around. I said it was good, but I would not. Did you watch the second, Michael? How good did it get?
Yeah, I did not, but I would still. I would.
Anybody else?
Didn't but would.
I just want to go back and say that to Star Wars Rebels, I did watch the second. I love that series. So moving on.
Frank
Lila's
Shuey says,
like, nah.
I'm gonna watch it now.
And he turns us off.
Hello, this thing on. Hello.
Has anybody seen Halo though?
Did not see
Paramount
it
Plus.
On Paramount Plus, yeah. I think we watched it like just after it came out, and yeah, Muhammad Noor says Halo was good, surprisingly so.
I've heard mixed
I was surprised too.
Like the music.
By Beyonce, you mean?
Sure, that too.
Melissa says she liked Halo too.
I get it.
That's right.
It all
That was a
makes
funny
sense
joke.
now.
All right. So up next was episode 108. Oh, this was another Michael trickery. Our Flag Means Death on HBO Max. We had Pirate Lover Kelly Park joining us. She's an actress. We all gave it pretty high marks. And I will say Michael tricked me into this because it's his favorite Taika Waititi thing. He's always trying to get there's like 40 shows that this guy does, and Mike's tricked me into all of them. He's like, oh, I hear this pirate I don't know, check it out.
It's like a pirate show. Maybe we should watch it. It's brand new. It's on HBO. Yeah, I think we should watch this pirate show. Pirates, it's like
we
fantasy.
all gave it a yes.
Yeah.
And I will say, Michael, that I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed it, because I remember it had a lot of heart.
Yeah.
It had some giggles, but it had a lot of heart, and it was surprisingly good for me.
I don't know why you're so
and I loved it.
surprised, because all the shows
It seems small
by
budget,
Taika that we've watched, you've liked.
But I
then
didn't
you're like,
know
but
that
then
it
you're
was
always
Taika.
like, oh boy, Michael tricked me again into watching another Taika Waititi show. Obviously, Michael's gonna love it. And I did watch the entire series. So yes.
Oh,
that was
so
very
you know
good.
too.
And I would recommend it. I did not end up watching the second, but I would recommend that everybody go out and watch the series.
Legally, don't pirate it, even though it's a pirate show.
Yes. Very
I hear
good.
it's rated R.
Oh gosh.
Josh is like in rare form today. He's like on fire.
No,
he's always like that.
Okay.
All right. So what's next, everybody? Michael, what do you think? Station 11 is next with our good friend Neil Patrick Stevens joining us.
Is that really his middle name, or are you just saying that always to kind of make him sound like
no relation to Neil Patrick Harris?
It really is Neil Patrick Stevens. Yeah. So he's Bostonian, so who knows? Station 11, we all gave it pretty good marks. I gave
Yeah.
it medium, though. Michael and I, although we both gave it favorable marks, said that we would not watch the second episode. I did
Yeah.
not watch it. Did you?
No, I didn't. So I know that this show, like I know what it's about. My wife watched it. I thought that the first episode was fantastic. But it's not like subject matter, or it's just about, it's weird because I kind of like, I like post-apocalyptic books. I like Brave New World. I love 1984, 1985, I forget what it's called. 1985. 94, 85. Correct me in the chat, please. Yeah, I love those books. Terry Brooks has a whole series of like fantasy stories that are set after an apocalypse, right? But I don't know, TV shows, I'm not really into them. And it's weird, dude, because this show they have Shakespeare.
What high
But
marks did you
when
give?
my wife was watching it, I wasn't into it. So I just said it's a good show, but I would not watch the second. It's an outlier, it's an anomaly.
What were the high marks that you gave it? Because for me, I hear high marks, that has to be above 7.5. I want to
I
find out.
gave it 8.5 or 8.5 or 8.
Okay, that's a high mark.
Yeah. And Neil gave it a 9. I gave it a 6.3. I
Not
remember
a high mark.
6.3.
I mean, it's high-ish. It's high compared to a 4.
It's a plus. It's not a plus though.
Yeah. I thought that it did a lot of things well, but it missed the mark on a lot of things as well. So that's why it was a no for me.
Thank you,
however,
Charlotte Brockman, for correcting me. 1984, not 1985. 1985 was the sequel.
it's our live chat. Good work.
94.
Episode 110. This was a show made in 94. Lego Star Wars Droid Tales with Rico E. Anderson and Darth F.S. Shuey, the gruesome twosome. Everybody calls him that.
I specifically remember.
Wait, who calls it that? I want names.
This was Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
You're right. Yeah.
And Ryan and I were looking through all the Star Wars shows on Disney Plus, and we're like, oh boy, Star Wars Day. We've already reviewed all the Star Wars shows. And so we're like, okay, Star Wars Lego it is.
That's right. Yeah. That's what we're like, we've already done a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff. What do we have left? But yeah, Lego's hooked it up.
There's no shortage of Star Wars content.
Right. Rico and Darth. Look, all of us said that no, we would not watch the second, except for Darth. Darth said yes. Did you end up watching the second episode of Lego Darth?
He didn't even
Star
remember
Wars
that he said yes
cartoon time.
Yeah, probably not. No, I did. I don't think unless I watched it like right then and they're like right after. But if I did,
moves on.
That was
Hilarious. All right, so that was less exciting than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a big old heated debate, but you guys were like, no, it didn't. Who cares? So up next was episode 111. These are all suggested by our friends, by the way, practically. Sasha Kerbal, that is Rico's good buddy and podcast partner. She joined us for The Legend of Vox Machina on Amazon. We all gave it very high marks, especially Sasha. No spoilers, but check that one out. It's episode 111. And all three of us said that, yes, we would watch the second episode. I did not, but I'm open to it, especially because I keep seeing like advertisements of like the second season or third season or something's happening right now.
Season. They just came out with the second season. And I still would as well. I have not yet, though. But once again, I'm limited because of I need to watch what my wife wants to watch, too. And I watch very little TV apart from what I watch with my wife. So
Happy wife, happy life.
sorry, TV.
Has anybody else seen that show? The Legend
like,
of Vox Machina? Rico would love it.
I saw the movie.
Darth would love it, too. Yeah.
I have not seen it.
I'll check it out one of these days.
I should check it out.
Yeah. You guys already did that one.
It's basically like animated Dungeons and Dragons if they were like normal people that swore and had sex.
Yeah.
My kind of show. I like it already.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good though. Like surprise. It seems like eye rolly kind of when I hear that, and when I was like, oh, is it going to be? I'm not really going to like it, but it works. It's really good.
Did you watch the second?
No, I did not, but I would.
Already.
and I think that I will someday still. But then we
In
had
a
Wheel
desperate
of
attempt
Time.
to pay off a mounting bar tab, a band of misfits end up on a quest to save the realm of Exandria from dark magical forces. That's what IMDb says it's about.
If that doesn't sell you on it, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
And they
But then, look, next we had Wheel of Time on Amazon, which I don't remember much about it, but apparently we loved it because we all gave it good marks with our good buddy Darnell Davis. Darnell and I said that yes, we would watch the second. Michael said no. I did not watch the second. Michael, did you? What'd you think?
I mean, it was a good, okay mark. I gave it a 7. That's like a high plus, but not a plus. Yeah, I remember it was all right. There was some cool magic in it. I remember you guys didn't like the magic, the way it looked too much. I kind of liked it. I thought it was a different way to express
the one
use
in
of
Germany?
magic. No. This is maybe it was made in Germany. But
There was
like,
one that was like in a forest in Germany and things, or like a factory or something.
No, that was Dark, I think, or what it was. It was on that was a Netflix show that you watched. I think you watched it without me when I was like in the hospital or something. I've been in the hospital a lot. Geez. But yeah, I remember Wheel of Time had some interesting depictions of magic that I thought were different, and it's a fantasy show, so I give it a decent mark. But really wasn't super into it, so I would not watch it. I watched the second.
Bummer. Good
Hey,
thing you're not
Darth.
in hospitals anymore, though. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Garth, go back
Yay.
upside down. We like you upside down, man.
Was I upside down? Yeah, I look better that way.
Rico, don't be
Yeah.
naughty.
Yeah.
Ah,
Meteorologist Katie.
okay.
Meteorologist
All right.
Katie's no longer in the hospital too. So
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, sneaking an ice pack and it's nice. It's kind of stealthy. I got a sling and stuff going. You wouldn't know it.
Speaking of sneaking in stealthily, we got Dr. Muhammad Noor coming in here in just a second.
Yay.
As we discuss She-Ra 2020 on Netflix with Melissa Longo. Kind of mixed reviews there. Michael, you said you would watch the second. Melissa and I said, hell no. Did you end up watching the second, though? What's up, Muhammad?
no,
Hey.
no, I didn't.
Hey, buddy.
I'm trying to actually remember that one. Hey, Mohammed.
Hello,
I'm trying to remember that one. I think it was
Yeah, I barely remember it.
I never watched a lot of She-Ra back when I was a little tiny.
Yes, you did. Don't lie.
I watched
You
some.
were a
I said not a lot. I watched a
What-
lot of He-Man and a little
what's-
bit of She-Ra. Not a lot.
What's the equivalent of like bronies to Shira's? A She-Bro?
She-Bro.
Or
Shrony.
Hera. A Hera.
Jabroni.
A Hera, yeah. I was a Hera.
Hera.
No, I mean, but I don't know. Maybe it was just that was a cool fantasy show. This new one from 2020. I don't remember why I liked it, or why I gave it a decent mark and why I said I would watch the next one, but I have not.
Well, joining us right now, of course, is Dr. Muhammad Noor, who's an occasional science advisor for Star Trek.
Full-time
I like-
cool guy.
Oh, you're sweet. I did
That's
like the
true.
She-Ra series. That was good. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
Very
you loved it, right? Was it like 3
Yeah.
seasons or something?
May have been more. Actually, especially like when
Wow.
you get to like the end of the second season, it got like epically good. Like
Yeah,
the first
that
season was
one is-
okay.
That series is definitely not for babies.
I have to tease you about that one always, man.
Not just for babies. Yeah, I saw you teasing me in the live
That's
chat.
your grandpa's sheep.
All right. Well, speaking of not just for babies, our good friends Josh Sussman and Darth
Right there.
Shuey
Also
joined
right
us
there.
joined us for Obi-Wan on Disney
Yeah.
Plus. We all gave it
Ah.
good marks. Darth gave it an insanely high mark. How high? As high as you can possibly go. All 4 of us said we would watch the second episode. I don't
I
think that
didn't.
I did, though. What about
I
you
watched
guys?
the whole series.
I gave it a
Yeah,
pretty
I
high
thought that
mark.
I did.
I watched all 6.
I did too. I watched it all. I don't
Yeah,
know how
I'm
you
ready
could
for
not.
that.
I don't know what kind of weird person would watch the first episode of Obi-Wan and not watch the whole rest of the
And when it's
season.
only 6 episodes, it's not like it's 17 episodes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
super
Only
easy,
6 is
easy
very
watch.
tempting.
Easy,
Very
easy
tempting.
watch.
But unfortunately, there are some weird people out here in the world.
Clearly.
fall into the category that you speak of, Michael Kenyon Rosenberg.
I can't police everybody.
How do you sleep at night,
Right.
Ryan?
Like, well, usually I start off on my back, right?
Yeah.
But then for some reason when I wake up, I'm on
Yeah.
my stomach. I don't know when it happens. So I don't really know if like right before I fall asleep, I flip over like an over easy egg, or if I like just in the middle of the night, I just kind of roll around, and then when I'm on my stomach, I can't. Anyway.
He
So
sleeps at night by
Obi-Wan, who
That's
hasn't
pretty.
watched the whole show.
he sleeps at night by watching Star Trek.
And there you are.
I
Flips
tried
like a
that too,
pancake.
but the lasers are too loud. Like you're kind of
Yeah.
starting to like that, and it's like pew pew, and you're like, what's happening? But anyway, look, Josh and Darth, that was a super fun show. I remember that one. It was a great
Yeah.
time. So thanks for
Yeah.
playing with us on that time. But next was Dr.
boy.
Muhammad Noor joining us for Farscape.
Oh,
And we all
yeah.
gave it very similar scores.
Yeah. wow.
However, Mike said he would watch it. Muhammad and I
Yeah.
said we would not. I didn't, and I wasn't
did not.
tempted
Yeah.
to.
I was vaguely tempted to, but I did not.
Yeah, I would.
You had your hand on the play button, your finger on the play button. Yeah.
I didn't, but I would.
Yeah.
Where is Farscape streaming?
It was on Amazon.
Okay.
All right.
There were a few times when I had like nothing going on, like maybe I'll watch a second of Farscape. Nah. I was like, I'm not there.
Has anybody seen it? Lila, Darth,
I've
Katie?
seen a little bit of it.
Not all
I
of
think
it,
I saw the
but
pilot.
some of it.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I feel like I did like years ago.
It was like
but
90s.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
very popular. I mean,
Yeah, like
it
Jim Henson doing sci-fi. That's intriguing right,
Right.
there, right?
Right. You got
Yeah.
a you got a
Mhm.
bird Klingon
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know before we did it. It had
Muppet in
Muppets.
there.
Yeah. I
an
didn't know
elf
that.
wizard. Yeah.
Gigi Edgley. Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that's the
the
only thing I
first, though.
remembered of it from when I was a kid, when it was first out. I was like, isn't that the show with like I couldn't watch it when it first came out. I was like, oh, cool, sci-fi. Ew, Muppets. Never
He's a
mind.
Muppet. What the hell? Yeah, what is this? Fraggle Rock? What am I watching?
Yeah.
The Muppets and
Right now,
sci-fi.
just around.
It should be a winning combination. I mean, maybe they did do it during Star Wars 2. Yoda.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Ryan,
the
I don't like
Ewoks.
Fair point.
the word Muppets following the word ew. That's not what I like to hear.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
offensive.
WTF
It's
Fraggle
it
Rock.
was the interaction effect. It's like Jello and steak. You can like them both, but you don't mix Jello and steak. Right?
Ew
whoa,
and
whoa,
Muppets,
whoa, whoa,
Ryan,
whoa,
WTF.
whoa.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Mohammed.
You don't have
I'm
pieces
fighting you
of
on this
steak
hill,
floating
boy.
in the Jello thing.
Yeah, have you never
Oh,
heard of
and
head
people-
cheese?
Jeez. Yo. Michael.
So episode
Oh, that's what it is.
116
A family show.
was with Katie Nicolau. You may have heard of her. We did Last Man on
There
Earth
she is.
on
Ooh.
Hulu.
Yeah.
This was suggested to us by somebody named XO.
Thank
Now-
you. So
We all gave it pretty good marks. Katie gave it the
Oh.
lowest. We
Again.
all three said that yes, we would watch the second episode. I did not, but it was good. It was better than I expected for sure. Did you guys watch
Oh.
the second?
Will Forte is great. And
Yeah.
of course I watched the second. I mean, I've seen the whole series twice.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I just kind of
Wow.
remembered it was in my queue and was like, yeah, why not? Let's just see.
Watch me.
That's how most of this, when you watch the first, it's always like in the queue for me, like, oh,
Yeah.
your watch history. So I'm like,
Mhm.
watch the second. I have half an hour to kill.
That's
Sounds
true.
violent.
Too cool.
That's true. But was it good? Did you enjoy it?
About the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little.
The cool side of lukewarm.
Cool hand Luke? Is that what I heard? All right.
Cool side of lukewarm.
I'm not even
Be a
sure what
cool
we're
name,
talking about
Lukewarm.
anymore.
Not to be confused with the cool side of the pillow.
Last Man on Earth.
Yes, which I endeavor to have both sides be cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, you know what else was cool? Oh my goodness. Episode 117 with our good friend Just Chic joining us. We did Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, and this was on Peacock and Amazon. We all gave it good marks. Chic was kind of like, it's good-ish. I gave it practically the highest mark I've ever given anything. I remember calling it a work of art. It's incredible. It's freaking brilliant. It's unbelievable. Those of you that have watched this show know what I'm talking about. I was shocked.
Was
at how
suggested to us
perfect this was.
by two people, Scott Baker and Eve England, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I know that
Certainly at least two. Yeah, definitely. And those two for sure. Yes. However, they said they would watch the second episode. I said I would not, because I remember thinking, you know, it was so perfect. It was so great, but I don't need to watch another. Like, I enjoyed it. It was like a delicious, perfect chocolate snack where afterwards I'm like, I don't need a second one. I'm happy.
Ryan hates chocolate snacks.
I love them so much. But did you watch the second, Michael?
Ryan hates having a single chocolate snack every day. I can see why you wouldn't want to have one right after the other, but like one a day, come on. It's just chocolate. You'll burn it off. You go to the gym every day.
Chocolate.
I did watch the second. I did actually watch the second of this one. I remember. No, I didn't. No, I started watching the second. So here's what happened. I liked the show so much.
Michael.
Here's the thing. I liked the show so much that I wanted to show my wife, and she did not finish the first episode. And so I started watching the second episode, but I think I got busy with something. So I don't think, maybe I have. I don't know. I still would.
Everybody in the live chat, let us know if you've seen Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, because if you have, I can't imagine anybody's watched it and didn't like it.
The Dark.
Like that's tough to imagine. However, I'll tell you what's
one
next.
Trek fan in live chat says, I have never thought I don't need a second chocolate snack, Ryan.
She gets it. Yeah.
Lisa Longo gives the I'm sick sign. I don't know if that has anything to do with the chocolate snack or not, but
maybe that was the Jello with steak earlier.
I think it's the Jello.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe
okay. Okay. All right.
We're talking about so many things, it's impossible to know what this is. That's wild.
What the what?
I'll tell you what's next though. Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix with our good friend, actress Bridget Fitzgerald. Kind of a mixed bag. Bridget and Michael said this is really good. And I said it's average. Michael said he would watch the second. Bridget and I said we would not. I did not. I wasn't tempted. I actually kind of forgot it existed till just now. Michael, did you end up watching the second? You said you would.
I said I would. And I did promise that. And I did. I showed the first episode to my wife. And here's the thing about my wife. She's a sci-fi fan. Not a huge Star Trek fan, but she's the one that got me to start watching Stargate. So you get an idea, right? And these are short. So we watched the first. I showed her the first one because I liked it after we watched it. And then we started watching some more. And end of story.
Some of those episodes are like 6 or 7 minutes too. That's like really short.
Super easy. Yeah.
And you tell it well. That's a Star Trek quote. So look, everybody, this is the big time now. We're about to talk about episode 119, which was Cheers on Hulu. Special guest Lila Shacker. She remembers it well. She's already smirking, going, shit, what did I? We gave it really good marks, pretty good. Yeah. All three of us said that we would watch the second episode.
Wow,
I did not.
Give it a really good score.
Lila, did you end up watching the second? Did you go for it?
I did. I've watched quite a few episodes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
How many?
I would say I think we may have watched the whole first season. I want to say. Yeah. I like put it on super late at night after I come home from work sometimes. So I'll like fall asleep and like wake back up. So I might have skipped a couple, but I watched quite a few. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's an end of the day kind of show. You just kind of like put it on for background
I'm also
noise.
Maybe like a narcissist because I think I mentioned I'm a bartender, so it's like I come back home and I want, and I'm like, yeah, it's like me, you know. But but no,
who are you? Who are you though? Are you Sam Malone? Are you
Carla?
Coach
Malone? But I'm not sober. I do drink at work. Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
He just drinks coffee in the show. I drink a little bit of whiskey.
I knew it. He drinks water sometimes. He likes sparkling water.
I like Cheers, but that's a hard show to binge. Where now these shows, because they're all standalone episodes, that it's like a heavy meal. Like you could get full. You can't watch 4 in a row. I mean, you could,
Right.
but they're nice. They're nice one a day shows.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, as I've mentioned in the past too, my wife, who I talk about a lot, Angie, I love you, cannot fall asleep unless she watches the TV. I mean, we turn the TV off and then she falls asleep, but she needs a show to wind down. And so we decided after we finished whatever the last show was we were watching, Cheers is going to be our next show. So we watched the second, we watched the third, fourth, fifth, maybe. But then it got to the point where I was just like, man, this is just, I couldn't take it anymore. I was just, first of all, the thing I liked so much about the first episode upon this rewatch is that it had a lot of heart.
Yeah.
So
surprisingly so, right? Yeah.
Surprisingly so. The concurrent the following episodes did not have that heart. And there's definitely a lot of old humor, a lot of like misogyny. However, I will say that my wife has continued to watch it. I like to take a shower right before bed, so I'll go take my shower and she'll watch Cheers, and then we'll come in and watch another show together. News Radio, available on Amazon Prime. WTF News Radio.
Right, we haven't done that one yet.
I'll give it high
VTF
marks.
News
So-
Radio.
So
Yes.
speaking of which, everybody, Lila, thanks for playing with us
Did you
and
watch the
telling us your.
second,
I did
Ryan?
not. I did
Yeah, I
not,
didn't
but I
think
would
so.
be. I would do the same thing as Lila. It would be my end of the day show.
Yeah.
You just kind of put it on. You pay attention if you want to get some laughs. If it's boring, no big deal. You're doing something else. You're brushing your teeth. You're going to bed. You're thinking about yourself. Whatever, you know. Well,
Take a
that's really
shower.
cool, Lila. This has been so much fun. We can't wait to have you back on the show sometime. Good luck at work today.
Thank you. And thank you guys for having me. It was nice seeing you all.
Nice working
Good
with
to see
you.
you too.
Nice to
Yeah.
see you.
See you soon.
Have a successful
All
night.
right. So I'll tell you what's this was sitcom month. This was July, which was sitcom month.
Mhm.
We had, everybody calls them the gruesome twosome, Rico E. Anderson and Darth F.S. Shuey joining us.
Everybody calls them that. Everybody does.
Just him.
Friends on HBO Max. Now,
Friends.
here's the key, you guys. This is
We're
where it gets
all
crazy.
friends.
It was kind of a mixed bag. We kind of were all over the place. Michael and Rico said yes, they would watch the second episode. Ryan and Darth said, based on this first episode, no, I would not. I didn't watch the second episode. I mean, I've seen tons of it all over the place, but I didn't go to the
Right.
next episode from there. Darth, did you?
Correct.
No.
So
Matter
we
of fact,
stay
yeah,
true to
that
our
second
word.
episode, Yeah. Probably haven't seen any of the show in like, I don't know, 10 or 15, whatever, however many years.
Michael and Rico, did you watch second? Did you just say, you know what, I got to do it?
I didn't. Like Michael, I just got preoccupied, busy, and I was too busy trying
We
to
don't
type
have
my
time to watch all this TV all the time.
Ain't nobody got time for that, man. Ain't nobody got
Sometimes.
time for that. No, I didn't.
I've seen the entire series at least twice through,
Oh, damn.
and I think we had just finished. Well, it's like one of these bedtime shows that we would just put on,
Yeah.
and just watch every episode, right?
I've never
but I
seen
think
the
we had-
series all over.
I think we had just finished our last rewatch, not maybe the few months before this or a year before this or something like that. So I have not, since we watched this, I have not put on the second episode to watch it.
But you
It makes
will.
me sad that there's not enough time to watch all. There's so much good TV, and there's just not enough time to watch everything. And I'm sure
Yeah.
there's so many great shows that all of us are watching. But who
Yeah.
has the
Oh my goodness, you
Hey,
guys.
Sign off.
Lisa Longo.
Lisa Longo is here
Hi,
playing
Lisa
with us.
Longo.
What a great time.
Hey,
This also
I'll
signals
mention,
that
Lisa.
though, we should
yeah, go
also
ahead.
mention that Friends was my last episode as a regular co-host of WTF.
oh,
Which is exactly why Michael is going to be like, sorry, guys, I gave you an hour of my time. I got to get my ass back to work. Where you don't have to wear a
Yeah.
tie if you don't want
Obviously,
to. I bet.
I'm right in the middle of a very important business meeting right now. Hold on, all right? Hold on.
Well, Mike, thanks for playing with us.
Great to
It's been
see
a great
you.
time.
It's good to see
good luck
you.
at work.
Bye, everybody.
Glad
Great
you're
seeing
healthy.
you,
Take care, man.
See you
Thanks for
soon.
paving the way.
Yeah.
Man, I have to get going too.
All right, Josh.
Later.
Bye,
Thanks
Josh.
for having me.
Hey, Josh.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Wow.
All right.
All right, cool.
God, I thought Josh would never leave. Am I right?
Just
We love Josh. I hope he comes back.
so mean.
So Muhammad takes over at this point, and we have some very special guests joining us. Darth F.S. Shuey, as well as the person that just popped in, Melissa Longo.
Woo! Thumbs up to both.
What is that?
Some lady. Yeah.
So funny.
Gosh, everybody's going nuts in the live chat. We should have brought Melissa on sooner.
Tried to warn
So let's see. So Muhammad, how well do you remember this? It was 30 Rock on Hulu.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 121 with Melissa and Darth.
Melissa was actually in that show.
Yeah, that was a
In
fun
that
one.
episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Right?
that episode,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
But in the show.
We all gave it favorable marks.
Yeah.
Everybody said they would watch the second, except for this guy, and I stayed true to my word. I did not watch the second. Do you guys remember if you did?
I did
I
not watch the
didn't.
second. No.
I don't think so, but I did watch the show when it was on. But I started like whatever mid run of the show.
Hmm.
That doesn't count though, because I've never seen the second episode, unless I caught it in a rerun and didn't know it.
Didn't know it.
I think I wasn't like I think I was just lukewarm on it. I don't think I was very favorable. I think it was lukewarm, right?
Well, no, you were. Well, see, maybe you are super nice because you gave it a 7.5.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay.
So you
Yeah.
might
I
be
didn't watch it.
just too nice where you're like, it's not that great, but I'll
Yeah.
give it a 7.5.
I think it was being on the show with you and Melissa and Darth. I was just happy. I'm like, okay.
He was hopped up on Ractagino. That's what it was.
There you go.
He was hopped up on Ractagino.
Yeah.
That always does it.
Yeah, I barely remember it.
Hmm.
Rico, have you seen 30 Rock? You seem like 30 Rock's right up your alley.
Brian, please. Yes, I have. I love that show. I love that type of humor. Yeah, I love that type of humor. You know it's. I mean, it's coming off of the SNL camp also, but yeah, that type of humor I've always gravitated towards with that stuff.
Mhm. What about you, Katie? Let me guess. You have barely heard of it, but never watched it.
That's about it. Yeah. I've seen commercials, I think. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's a fun show. It's funny. It's it's just weird, wacky, WTF. Now watch the first type of humor, and it's just like I don't know. I love that kind of humor. It's always been like gratifying to me.
Michael Kinnan Rosenberg says, I can't believe they watched my favorite sitcom of all time right after I left the show.
I know, just reading that. I was like, hey, let's get back at him, you guys. Let's teach him a lesson. Ah, boy.
I think we should just add him in post-processing. Edit out my face and put Michael.
In your face, Rosenberg.
Yeah, that was totally an accident.
Uh-huh. I think you know a person.
So let's say hello to everybody in the live chat again, because they've taken us halfway through all of this and even then some. Portia says Melissa makes anything better. That's true.
Oh,
That's what happened.
that's so nice. Thanks, Portia.
Anne Marie says,
Ooh,
how
ooh.
dare you let Josh leave? I love that guy.
You let him leave. Oh, don't go yet. Don't leave.
He pieced
Portia
out himself.
says-
He was out.
Portia
Yeah.
says, stay safe, Lila, Michael, and Josh. Let's see, what else?
We're
Mona
not
says,
safe.
I wasn't a fan of 30 Rock. Actually, Darth, I bet you are a fan of 30 Rock.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to say is when you see a pilot, because I'd seen so many episodes of the show that I didn't see how it all came together. So it was fun to see the pilot and be like, oh, so that's why Tracy Morgan's character was on. It all kind of came together. So that's another fun thing if you're familiar with the show, but you don't know, you never saw its beginning. Like, oh, well, all right, here's how all these guys came together.
Anne Marie's very critical of the show in the chat.
Of 30 Rock?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I need to ditch the 30 Rock box season I got as a gift in the laundry room. I hate that show. So boring and obnoxious.
Wow, man.
See, look at Rico's like, fuck that. I'm taking names. All right.
And kicking
So-
ass.
Surprised
Well,
by
one
the
of the-
show. I was surprised by it and how much I laughed, actually.
Hmm.
Because I don't buy into hype usually.
Speaking of surprised by how much we laughed, up next on episode 122 was Ma In on HBO Max. I was surprised at how little I laughed. Our guest was Kelly Park, the actress, with Dr. Muhammad Noor, of course. Boy, this was one of those shows that I expected. I was like, this is it. Monday nights at 8:00 all over again. 1991 or whatever the heck it was. Life is going to be good. And I was like, I remember this thing being a lot better than this. So none of us gave it really great marks, kind of medium to low. None of us said we would watch the second episode. I did not. Muhammad,
Nope.
did you think about it? Did you consider it?
Nope. Didn't come up. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I didn't consider it.
Katie has never even heard of this show.
Nope. Never. Maybe I saw a thumbnail for it. Maybe.
You got to see, when I said Katie's never even heard of this show, Rico was like, what the fuck?
What's the matter, you? Huh? Jeez.
Oh my
If it wasn't for Bad Boys, probably a lot of people haven't even heard of Martin Lawrence.
What the what?
Yeah, as a might
Melissa,
guess, younger people.
what about you? Have you seen it? What do you think?
I saw it when I was a kid. And all I remember is Shanae and
Yeah.
the kid character that Martin played who always had snot running out of his nose.
Oh,
That wasn't in the
I
pilot.
don't remember
what
that.
is.
No, I don't remember that guy. I just remembered Shanae too.
Yeah, those are the only two characters that I remember from the show.
So, like some kind
Oh,
of
then they did their job because Shanae was like ridiculously popular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of ridiculously popular, Darth Shuey joined. Oh, look, I got a little bit of light on my.
Yeah, so
Darth Shuey
sun's
joined
pooping ya.
us for a show called Silver Surfer on Disney Plus. Our special guest besides him was Jurassic Jennifer Durst. We all gave it very similar medium to good ratings. Everybody said they would watch the second, and by everybody I mean two of us. Muhammad said fuck no,
Yeah, no.
and fuck no.
Yeah, right.
I
wanna
think I
hear
watched-
him say that.
I think I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes. Muhammad, why did you say fuck no? And did you end up watching more?
Well, first I didn't curse. I just said no.
Oh,
I'd
think
pay
let's-
good money
let's-
to hear Muhammad say "fuck no" for the record.
I haven't said heck no on another show. Yeah, I mean it was okay. I mean
That's
it
right.
was an origin story, but like it just didn't catch me. I didn't find myself drawn in all with it. I was like, it was okay. No, I didn't regret why. It's not like what was the show we saw, the Silverhawks? Oh, it wasn't like that where I was like, what did I
Yes.
just do with my time? It wasn't like that.
Dude, same.
Rude.
The only thing good about that show was the music.
Yep, agreed.
Darth, did you end up watching the second episode of Silver Surfer? Were you gripped? Were you all over that thing? Or were you back to
No,
watching
but I
Pluto
did want
TV with
to.
commercials?
Hey, that's what I'd rather watch on. Yeah, I wanted to, but yeah, I guess it just didn't grab me. Needs more commercials.
Yeah,
Silver
Darth is
Surfer needed
obsessed
more
with Pluto TV for some reason. He's just commercials all day long. You don't choose what to watch. He just like wants to pretend like he's back in the 80s.
Yeah,
We
it's
need to
like
make
I'm-
Darth Head a programming stat because more commercials.
I want to hear it. Yeah, they all-
Commercials.
What the hell?
Oh, so this was
1990. What the hell?
this was August, which was superhero month. That's why we had Silver Surfer. And the next one we had was The Flash on
Yes.
Netflix with Darth Shuey again, of course, and actor Desmond Heck. We all gave it good reviews, pretty good ratings. Everybody said, well, not everybody. I keep saying that. Muhammad said yes.
Yep.
Darth said yes, he would watch the second episode. I said no. Desmond said no. I did not watch it. I wasn't tempted. What about you guys?
I saw it before. I mean, I didn't rewatch the second, but I had seen the second before, and I still wouldn't be opposed to seeing it again. But I haven't been eager for a rewatch of it because it's definitely a show that later seasons I was not as fond of. So it's always a little bit scary. Like I don't remember when it changes.
Travis Taylor, by the way, in the live chat, real quick, says Shanae was hot. They tried to make her weird, but she was hot anyway.
I love it.
Dark's face. He was like, okay, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. So Dark, what do you think of the Flash?
It was pretty cool, if I recall.
Did you watch the rest of it?
No, but I have seen the second episode. I've seen like a handful of episodes from the first season.
Well, okay, but continuing on,
I like
superhero month.
And that's what
I didn't.
Oh yeah, Katie, have you seen the Flash?
Nope.
This is the one on the CW, to be clear.
What?
CW
Guys!
one, okay.
Which explains why I didn't like it.
Oh, Marvel Girl.
Exactly.
You guys are really disappointing me with that one because this.
My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive.
See, okay, I have two cats. I got all the zoomies I need just from Doppler and radar. Like, I don't need that on TV.
That was the name of one of the villains, was Zoom.
Aaron and I started watching it together, and he enjoyed it. And I was like, this is boring.
Oh.
Boring.
That is the show. You guys. Come on.
Rico's
Flash
not
is
having
the
it.
show. I'm fighting all of y'all on this hill. No, that's
I liked it at first, but then it kind of
I love y'all, but damn, y'all just
If you had to not love one of us, Rico, who would it be? No, actually. So up next, I know it's me.
You'll find out over chat.
What was next? Where'd we go? Oh yes, of course. So we continued on in August, which was Superhero Month. We did What If on Disney Plus with very special guest Katie Nicolau, of course. Muhammad gave it a very high score. Katie and Ryan were a little bit more like, Katie and I said no, we would not watch the second. Muhammad said he would. Did you, Muhammad?
Yep, watched the whole thing.
No.
Yeah.
Aww.
Why is that sad, Melissa?
Oh, it's not sad. It's endearing. Aww.
You watched a show.
That's so sweet. Well, Muhammad's true to his word.
I tried.
Right.
You're sweet.
Said I would watch it, and damn it, I did.
Exactly.
Katie, you said you would not watch the second. I didn't. Did you?
Right. Nope. I can't bring myself with it. Depends on the animation style a lot. And that one, I'm just like, so I didn't.
You weren't feeling the Disney-esque-ness of it?
It felt like 90s chunky computers, but I'm sure the story was there.
I will say that considering What If is Marvel, but it's owned by Disney, you would think that Disney would be like, we're going to throw our best animators at this, go. You know what I mean? So I will admit that, yes, I will agree that the animation could have been better, but it didn't suck though.
No, the story was good. I love Captain Carter. So I was chill with that.
Yes. And because of the popularity of Captain Carter, that's how she ended up being in Multiverse of Madness, because the fans were like, yo, we need a live action Captain Carter. Make it happen.
Yep.
And
there are other connections from What If.
Call Haley.
Yeah, no, she's badass. I love that. But I love that show. I watched the whole thing. You didn't ask, but here we are. Yeah. That was
wait. You watched all of What If, or what's the show Carter? What's the Agent Carter or whatever?
Agent
I watched
Carter.
all of both.
Yeah, same.
I watched all of Agent Carter. Oh yeah.
I was actually
was
pissed at that. Yes, I was not happy that they took that off the air.
No, same. That was
So
disappointing.
mad.
It was really good.
I like where they were kind of going with it, and I thought that could have.
Yeah.
continued, but
And what they were doing at the cons with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. crossing over which agent cards, like, oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
The lip sync battles.
Yep.
You're muted, Ryan. We can't hear you. That's why we keep
Oh,
talking.
so sorry.
No, stay that way, please.
You know what
We're
else
gonna just
pissed
talk over
everybody
him.
off when they were taken off the air?
Say it again.
You know what else pissed everybody off for being taken off the air? Was
What?
Katie, because we have
Yeah.
to let her go now, and everybody's going
Aw.
to be livid
It's
about it.
probably for the best. My shoulder's been throbbing, so I'm gonna go take some pain meds before Star Trek
Yeah,
and
go
chill.
take care of that.
Well, Katie,
And,
it was
Love you
great.
guys.
playing with
you.
us.
Take care. Feel better.
It was great to
Thanks.
see neighboring with you at the Picard premiere.
You too.
We were kicking it.
Thank you. All right.
You boy.
Everybody's like, boo, bring her back. Bring her back. We'll just
We
she'll
don't
be
want her
on
to
the
hurt,
next
though.
she'll be back on in like an hour or two. You're gonna love it. Now continuing on with superhero month, we did Arrow on Netflix with our good buddy Jolly Josh Sussman. Pretty mixed bag, all favorable. I said I would not watch the second. I was not tempted at all. Everybody else said that they would watch the second. Oh, Darth, you were joining in the fun as well. Did you and Muhammad watch the second episode like you promised you would?
I think so, but I don't remember. That's not good. Huh?
I did when I watched it before. I didn't rewatch it.
But you
the
had
second,
seen,
but I
you saw the whole series, right?
Yeah, same. I saw the whole series too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow, how good was it?
It's like Flash. It starts off strong and then kind of falls.
That's a lot of shows, huh?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of liken Arrow to the Flash. Like they felt similar to me.
Yeah, they kept crossovers with each other.
I like the fact that they were really going. I thought it was pretty clever what they did, because even in the comics, everyone kind of said, things like, oh, it's just Batman with a bow and arrow, because they even had like the arrow cave and all that kind of stuff in the comics. So looking at the series, they were going kind of Dark Knight-ish, with Arrow being the person in terms of how he was portrayed. Some people may fight me on that hill, but that's what I got out of it. I enjoyed it based on, because it's so, I always wonder, how do you do a show about a dude with an arrow? What can you do with that? So they did
give him a bow.
So there you go. Hey. But they really took they took a lot of care in terms of the backstory.
That was
and yes, and he's this like master fighter and all that kind of stuff, and it worked. I mean, having a bow and arrow is always going to be a little hokey in my mind, because at the end of the day, it's like in real life, how would that work? I felt like with this show, they kind of gave an idea of how it technically could / would work, with the obvious liberties that they took. That
your point is well taken, Rico. I mean, one of the nice things about the early seasons of Arrow is those flashbacks to his time on Lian Yu, and then later I guess they decided that he also had some backstory, like in Russia. That was a little weird, but they had these little backstory things that they were filling in. Yeah, and they were filling it in. But then by the time they got to like season 6, they're like, okay, like he wasn't gone that long.
yeah, it started to be like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's move forward, shall we? What's next on our list? Darth's like, yeah, I'm sick of talking about this show that I don't even remember. Well, we finished off Superhero Month with Groot on Disney Plus. Now, Muhammad took some kind of week off gallivanting in the Caribbean. We had special guest co-host Bridget Fitzgerald and her buddy Vance joining us. This was Groot on Disney Plus. It was like 5 minutes, like a 5-minute episode. It was like super short. Maybe it was 7 minutes with like 3 minutes of credits or something crazy like that. And so they all gave it kind of favorable marks. Darth did as well. I did not. I said, no, I would not watch the second. They all said, yes, they would. Darth, the episodes were only a few minutes long. Did you even watch the second? I predict you did not.
I don't think I did. Yeah. I don't
really? Even just a few minutes. I knew you guys were faking.
I had some commercials I had to get to watching.
Get a cup of
Do you
coffee
even-
and finish the whole series.
Did anybody watch Groot on Disney Plus? Everybody in the
watched it.
live chat, let us know. Did
No.
anybody watch Groot on Disney Plus?
I watched it, and the first thing I thought
I know
was
it.
whatever. The first thing I thought was Marvel's going to tap into the baby Groot cuteness.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh, for sure. They're
He's
really
cute.
leaning into that one.
baby Groot is cute. So it's like you tap into that, and throw them in little adventures and stuff. It's 5 minutes of just some of the cuteness, just as cute as My Little Pony. There you
And
go.
speaking of tapping
Groot
into
meme.
that, Rico knows what he's talking about. He loved My Little Pony. I remember that episode. He kept saying, "But they're cute. It's cute. I love it. It's cute."
freaking adorable.
That's what he did. Watch, go back. He did
Yeah.
that. He did it more convincingly than I did, though.
Yeah. well,
And he joined us in our next episode on Transformers. This is the actual 1983 cartoon, the original, the OG. I believe this was
Started it
80s
all.
cartoon month, right? 80s cartoon month was September.
That's right.
yes.
Rico, Mohammed, we all watched that. We all gave it pretty medium to decent marks. However, I said I would watch the second episode because of course I would, and everybody in their right mind would. Rico and Mohammed said they wouldn't, though. What's up?
Sorry.
Yeah. Just,
I just had this feeling that Autobots waged battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticon, and that was just very frustrating.
what's up with that? Jeez.
Did
Yeah,
you guys
I-
watch the second? What's up? Did you? You
No,
thought
I
about
did
it. You were
Nah, no.
tempted.
No.
Think about it.
It's okay, but no.
I had some cleaning to do. I
Yeah. If I was still like 12, I might have.
I don't know,
but I didn't watch it.
I don't think I watched the second episode, but I think I watched a second episode. Like I kind of scrolled through and was like, let me, let me get past I think what I did was I kind of read what the descriptions were. And if it would say introduces the Destructicons or something, I was like, ooh, I want to see that. And so I watched one or two of those. And that was it. So I didn't necessarily watch the second, but I watched a second episode of Transformers. And I would still watch more of it. It wasn't out of this world, but that's what it was.
And don't get me wrong, I love the Transformers. Just
Doesn't sound like it. It sounds
Well,
like you're trying to be mean to the Transformers.
Listen,
Bumblebee deserves it.
Well,
Starscream.
I never
Listen.
liked Bumblebee. Yeah, Starscream. That was a big Starscream guy. I never liked Bumblebee.
me.
He had that high-pitched squealy voice.
That did the same voice as Cobra Commander. It's got to be the same guy that did Cobra Commander and Starscream. They sound the same.
Oh, I'm sure. Who is that dude?
I don't know. However, Rico,
What?
it's been a lot of fun.
It's been a
But it's
slice,
time
guys.
for you to acknowledge how cool my shirt is.
Mhm.
It's
What
it's a
that was?
baseball shirt from Star Trek.
What?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, actually,
Huh?
everybody, right now, I've got a brand new shop opened up
Yeah.
that you're going to hear more about at
Yeah.
Star Trek and Chill in an hour or two.
What?
It's got awesome Star Trek shirts. You're gonna freaking love it. So you remember how in Deep Space Nine they played baseball and they were called the Niners, the Deep Space Nine,
Yeah.
and they played against the Logicians? What if there were a bunch of other teams around the galaxy and you could buy their swag? You could get the New York Mets or the San Francisco Giants. This is the San Francisco Cadets, right? Cadets.
I love it.
Cadets. Check out the back though. You're gonna love this.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I
Wow.
love that shirt.
Wow.
Where did that design come from?
That comes from the twisted mind of Ryan T. Husk and JJ Lendl.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Hey.
I don't have this
Awesome.
kind of, I can just say words, but I can't do things. So check
Quite
that out.
twisted.
I want to see them
In
play
the,
against the Andorian antennae.
I
Why
love
don't
it.
you put that in the live chat? Hey, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, if you're still listening, can you put that in the live chat right now? So everybody that wants to get some Star Trek goodies can. I think it's
Hey,
right
real
here.
quick before I go, I have a question. Would the Klingons play baseball? I have a feeling they play football, definitely. But
I think,
you guys think
they play all the sports.
hockey? Yes, 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 yes. Definitely hockey.
Now, everybody, before you get anything,
Definitely.
if you're going to use the promo code VTC4 when you check out this weekend only, and you get 25% off. So we're launching that today. Actually, we're launching it in an hour or two at Star Trek and Chill.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. But right now, you can just hop in and get it for the next 3 days. You get 25% off when you're checking out. Just type in promo code VTC4, 25% off, and you get awesome, cool Star Trek shirts. You're going to look at those and go and say, holy crap, this is fun. Because it is.
Lots
is
of
fun.
Lots of that's really cool
Thank
shirt.
you.
Amaze Balls t-shirt and all of them.
It's
Amaze
so
Yeah.
Baseballs t-shirt.
awesome.
Just go take a quick glance while you guys are listening in on this. Thanks for that, guys. So next is next is
Oh,
bye,
you're kicking me
Rico.
out.
Thanks for
You're
hanging
kicking
out
me
with
out.
us. You get a free shirt for hanging out with us if you want it.
Yes, I'd love one.
All right. Are you my size?
No, I need that.
No, you
I'll
get
take
your own.
I'll take a fresh one, thank you.
It's pretty
Sans
warm.
Ryan juice.
A fresh one.
I want a fresh one.
Like
Yeah.
you know, if Vulcans had a baseball team,
And they
Oh,
did.
It's so good.
What are they?
the Shikar Salots.
Hilarious.
It's green though, so
good.
that's why it's got a green screen there. But
Sure it
it's
is.
got like a little mark.
I
on the
like
back.
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Ah.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway,
Nice.
thanks, Rico. It's been a great time. See you soon.
Hey,
Here
I
we
see you
come.
all tomorrow at the panel for Thomas Supernaut.
Oh
right.
yes.
Yeah.
With
so
Melissa
look forward to
Longo and
that.
Scott Baker.
Yes. Great hanging with y'all.
Take care,
See
man.
everybody
Bye-bye.
in the chat. Love you.
Bye. All right. So next was episode 129. Melissa Longo played with us.
Woohoo!
What a time that was. Do you remember what it was?
Smurfs.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Oh.
La, la, la,
Smurfs.
la, 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 la.
That was my favorite cartoon when I was, too young to know the difference. So it was quite the mixed bag, though. I remember really loving the show, but when we watched it, I didn't think it was that great. However, we all said we would watch the second episode. We all had different scores, but we all said, yes, I would.
Mhm.
I don't think I did. What about you guys? Darth, you were there too.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Shocked.
I think I did.
Wow, really?
Lisa.
Yeah. I think I did. I think I did before before
Before the
Oh, before we yeah. She watched
yeah.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the autoplay thing and I didn't turn it off.
Well,
So they
now
could-
we're going to power through
I know.
these. We're going to fly through. It's going to be
Oh.
nuts. But nobody watched the second is the sad truth here. What a bummer.
I saw them all with my son not that long ago, but I didn't go rewatch it. Yeah.
That's good parenting. All right.
I love
So
Gargamel.
what was up next here? Up next was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Now, this was on Netflix, and it was Muhammad. Do you remember if this was the one that's
I
done
don't remember
by?
this one, Switch. I don't remember. I've seen them both and I like them both. I don't remember.
No,
which
you know
one
what? This
one.
is not the Kevin Smith one. There are
Okay.
two He-Man and the Masters of the
Yeah.
Universe released on Netflix like 9 months apart.
Yeah.
This was
I like
the
them
later
both.
one. This was the one made more for kids
Yeah.
than the more adult one from
reimagining.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our
the
good buddy
sequel.
Sheik was there. You and Sheik gave it pretty good marks. I gave it a very bad mark because I really think that was not good at all. I said, no, I would not watch the second, but you and Sheik said, I'm crazy. It is good. And I would watch the second. Did
I
you?
watched all of it.
Wow.
Wow.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Okay. Then, so this was still 80s cartoon month,
Mhm.
which is the best month ever.
Yeah.
We watched Dungeons and Dragons on YouTube with Darth Shuey and Dr. Muhammad Noor.
Hey, look,
Okay.
everybody, a Dungeons and Dragons ride.
That's the one. So Muhammad gave it high marks. Darth and I were like, not really, no. But we all said yes, we would watch the second. I have not watched the second yet. Darth looks like he did not. Did you think about it, Darth?
I don't think so.
Now, you had seen the second previously, though, Ryan, because I remember you'd seen like a good part of the series, right?
I don't know if I'd seen the second. I had seen several episodes when I was a kid, but I don't remember which ones.
Got it.
I think that if I do this and I'm muted right now, I think people are just gonna be like, what's going on? what are you talking about? What about you, Muhammad? Did you watch
it? Not since then, but that's another one I watched the whole series with my son. And actually, I actually have like 1 or 2 episodes recorded on my phone. And I actually probably watched. I think I did actually watch since that time a second episode, but not like number 2. It's just whatever one happened to be on my phone at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the dark one. I think it was the one where they actually decided they had to go kill Venger.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That's nice.
Yeah, that was an intense one.
We should all. I know what we should do. We should go hunt the bad guy and kill him.
Yeah, that was basically what they did. They were like, "That's enough. Like he keeps stopping us every time we try to get home. That's it. We need to kill Venger." I'm like, whoa! And Dungeon Master comes in mischief. He's like, "Screw you. We're gonna go kill Venger." And he's like, "What?" it's a very interesting episode.
Now Darth's gonna watch the second.
Yeah,
we're just gonna find that one.
Up next, episode 132. Now we were jumping into horror month because it was October. So from 80s cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons, I believe it was, into horror month. We did American Horror Story on Hulu with our good friend, Neil Patrick Stevens. Neil and I gave it pretty good marks. Muhammad said average. Neil and I said we would watch the second. Muhammad said he would not. I can say right now I did not watch the second. I'm pretty sure. What about you, Muhammad? Darth loves it, though. I heard the noises he was making.
It's a well-done show, yeah. If you like the horror genre.
How much of it have you seen?
I think I'm pretty current. If anything, I'm like maybe a season or 2 behind. But I will say, like, it always veers off towards the end of the season, and you end up like hating all the characters by the end of the season, and the ending always lets you down. But I still end up always wanting to watch it anyway.
You've seen it, Melissa?
Some of it, some of the seasons, because it's like an anthology, so each season is its own story. So you don't have to watch all of the seasons, and I haven't. But Darth's right. The last one that I saw, I was like, ugh, I hate all these people. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Kill all these guys already.
I know. It's like, ugh, there's no redeeming quality about any of these people.
That's what happens. You like a handful, and then progressively like less and less as it goes.
Right. It's like they all purposefully make the wrong decision. It's like,
I think they do that
really? Oh, come on.
Speaking of making the wrong decision, I'll tell you what was next. Was the The Haunting of Hill House. I always want to mix that with The House on Haunted Hill. The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix with actress Kelly Park. We all gave it actually really high marks, pretty high. And we all said we would watch the second episode. Surprising, because Muhammad does not like horror type stuff
so much. No.
Here's the crazy thing. Oh, wait, I think I do remember it now, but I don't remember if I'm remembering that one or American Horror Story, because they were both haunted house stories.
Yeah, no, this is the one. This is the one that ended with the sibling who was dead and shows up, and it wasn't super obvious they were dead until like a few minutes later.
Was that the one with all the kids and the insane asylum?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, the insane asylum was a different one. The insane asylum was are you thinking about the insane asylum, or are you thinking about the?
Oh, that's the Midnight Club. That's
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it's not insane asylum. It was just sick kids. I don't remember. It's not insane.
They're all siblings that grew up in this haunted house.
Exactly. And their mom died, I think, right? Their mom was dead from a long time ago.
Oh, and there was the dad that like takes them out of the house or something. Okay, I barely remember, but apparently it was pretty good. Apparently we all gave it high marks and said we would watch the second. Clearly I did not. I don't know. Did you, Muhammad?
No. I thought this one and what you're about to say, Midnight Club, both of them, I was like, there were a few times I was tempted. I was like, oh, I don't want to watch horror.
Well, I'll tell you what was next, which was very highly suggested, was Ghosts on Paramount Plus. Ghosts on Paramount Plus. Everybody in the live chat, have you seen Ghosts? People freak out about that one.
Dr. Amber is a big fan.
Yep. Our guest was Jennifer Durst. That's Jurassic Jen. We all gave it pretty darn high marks, and we all said we would watch the second episode. I still did not watch the second episode. Did you, Mohammed?
I've been keeping up everything. I keep pulling up Hulu. Like, is there another one? Is there another one?
Me too. Every week.
I like it a lot.
I'm
Yep.
like, yes.
Yes.
I love it. It's
We need to
so
watch
good.
party. We need to watch party.
Wow.
Yes,
I
we
love
do.
it. I tried to get my wife Julie watching. She was like, no. I'm like, but it's funny.
It is
Darth
funny.
Darth would love this show. Have you seen
Yeah.
it?
I've seen
You
the
would.
trailers for it. I'm interested, but yeah, I just haven't gotten to watch it yet.
I think
would
you'd
love
love it. I think
However-
you'll cry.
It's not scary.
It's not scary at all.
Yeah.
You laugh,
Straight
but you
100%
watch.
comedy.
So next on Horror Month was the Midnight Club, the aforementioned The Midnight Club.
That's a great
And
title.
this was on Netflix and looks like possibly on Paramount Plus as well. It's confusing. This was Jen Ucelis, aka the Klingon Pop Warrior,
It was a great.
joining us. That was a great one. We all gave it average to high marks. You and Jen said you would watch the second episode, Muhammad. I said I would not. I
There were
did
multiple
not
times
and
I
was not
pulled-
tempted.
There were multiple times I pulled it up and I was like, should I watch that? And I look around, is there anything else? And like each time I was like, oh, dude, I don't want the others, but it was that close. Like, you know, it still could happen.
Mm.
The sick kid thing kind of gets me a little bit like, I don't really want to watch sick kids though. Even though the plot was
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, it's
That kid was
not-
sick.
It doesn't really revolve around the sick kids.
Well, see, that's why I don't know. So I've only seen the first. Right?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. It was meh.
It was me. Okay, that's not convincing me to watch it.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm pleased with my decision to move on with my life. Speaking of moving on with our lives, remember Lila Shacker? She was here earlier. She was here for this episode when we
The
moved
Egyptians.
on to 90s sitcoms. We did 90s sitcom month in November. And we
Was it
started
80s?
with,
Was it 80s sitcom?
you're right, it was 80s sitcom month. You know what threw me off? The first one was Married with Children,
Oh, which
which we
went
know of from
into
the
the
90s,
90s.
but it
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
in 1989. So you're right. Yeah. 80s sitcom month with Married with Children. That's kind of cheating, but whatever. Lila and you, Muhammad, and I all said we would not watch the second, and we all gave it middling scores. Surprisingly, I thought I was going to like it. I thought it was going to be funny, but like Martin, that first episode was just not that great. Did you watch the second?
Absolutely not.
Wow, that's a shit no if I ever heard one.
Yeah. Huh?
Darth, you loved it before though, right?
Married with Children? Not really. Not even when it was on. I was years later. Like I kind of got some respect for it, for the actors and the writing, but it's not really my brand of humor, I guess. But I was watching a behind the scenes thing about it the other day. It seems very cool. Like everybody had a great time. You know, anytime you see these guys and they still talk and everything, that's a good high praise for their relationships, I guess, and all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was a beloved show. I mean, Ed O'Neill, obviously, still everybody sees him
Yeah.
and thinks of Al
Yeah.
Bundy. So
He's
yeah.
back on Modern Family. Or I guess
Mhm.
that's
Ah,
over
that's
too.
right. Oh, that's right. Huh?
WTF Modern Family. We haven't done that one yet.
That's
Next
a
time we
great
have
show.
2000 sitcom month or whatever.
Yeah.
So up next, continuing on with 80s sitcom month, we had our good buddy that you've seen earlier, Josh Sussman, and we did Family Matters. That's another one that
Oh,
feels
oh,
kind
Family
of
Matters.
Oh,
Oh,
90-ish.
This is before they had
More like
Urkel.
90s to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it before? I thought
Before
Urkel was
Urkel?
on right off the bat?
Urkel was not in the first episode.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew he
Yep.
was a character that was like an also-ran character, but like one of those popular characters where they're like, everybody loves this guy. We got to give him more time.
Mm.
Exactly. He was supposed to be like one episode, but nope. That's a talented guy that captured the spotlight and refused to let it go. And people heated. So Family Matters, we all gave it pretty good scores. I gave it the highest score, and all three of us said we would watch the second episode. I did not, though. Did you, Muhammad?
I did when it aired. I'm pretty sure actually I did, because I think I watched it until Urkel got popular, and then actually I lost interest.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is just an Urkel show now. This isn't Family Matters.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
Then next we did Family Ties on Paramount Plus with Bridget Fitzgerald, our good
What would
buddy.
we do, baby?
There it is.
without us?
We all gave it pretty good high marks. It had its flaws, but it was a lot better than I expected. Again, maybe I just expect everything to suck. But we gave it high marks. We all said we would watch the second. I did not. Did you, Mohammed?
Again, like when it aired. Actually, I watched it many times, like many times over. Actually, I looked up stuff about it after we discussed it. I remember I was talking about the one episode where Alex broke up with his girlfriend. It was like a heart-wrenching episode. I looked up the person who played his girlfriend is Michael J. Fox's wife. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, oh my god! So they did get together
all the time.
Happy ending.
Happy
They've
ending.
been married for so long.
Yeah.
So long. Yeah. And
Oh man,
she's
but the episode
still-
where they broke up, ooh, that was like
yeah.
killer.
Mona and Charlotte are both saying Family Ties was pretty good.
Mhm.
They are agreeing with us.
Pluto has a Family Ties channel, by the way. It's just
All
for
right,
Family
you stop trying to sell us commercials.
It's free TV.
Okay. It's all free TV after you pay for it, right? You pay for Netflix and then it's just free TV.
It's completely free, yeah.
And then the next month you just pay again. I just at that one moment and then it's free TV for a month.
And then after that,
Melissa's looking at me
But-
like, this guy's
Well,
stupid.
No, but it's like cable. You're paying for cable, but after you pay for the cable, it's free TV. Watch whatever you want, unless you
No.
pay for pay-per-view when you have to pay extra.
it reminds me of Key and Peele robbing their idea for robbing a bank. You know, first we get employed at the bank, and then after we're working there, they just automatically put the money into our account.
Yeah. But then you've got money you don't need to rob because you're working there. Because you got a job.
They work at the bank.
Now, speaking of Melissa Longo, because we
Mhm.
were a second ago, she
Really,
joined
speaking
us
of her,
for Perfect Strangers on Amazon Prime, continuing on with 80s sitcom month. And we all gave it decent scores. Melissa said she would watch the second. Muhammad and I said, heck no. I didn't. I wasn't tempted.
I did.
Melissa, did you? You totally did, huh?
I did because of the automatic.
Autoplay.
I was building a shelf unit. I was watching the first, and then I was busy, so I didn't stop the second from starting. So
It wasn't so offensive. You're like, I need to stop this now.
right.
Did you love it?
Love it? No, I liked it better than the first episode, but
I do want to revisit that one. I'm kind of curious. I loved it when I was a kid.
Maybe there's a Pluto TV channel for you, Darth.
it's dated.
I watched it
You know,
then. too.
it's yeah.
I'm
And
sure.
I
All right.
liked the theme song. I really like.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember that. I'll tell you what's next was Night Court, 80s sitcom month Night Court. We had
Not the new
actress
one.
Kat-
This is the classic one, just to be clear.
Right.
Yeah.
We had Kat Guerin joining us. We gave a pretty low mark. In fact, Kat gave it such a low mark that Muhammad and I had to discuss whether it's even legal to give that kind of
I
mark.
remember that.
And
She
we
was
were like,
zero.
no, that's,
Like, wait, it's 1
that's
to
not
10.
a-
You can't give it
yeah.
0.
we thought about it afterward. Wait, we always say 1 to 10.
Yeah.
But then what that means is 5.5 is actually the middle, not 5. 5 would be the middle if it was 0 to 10. Look how pissed Darth is. He's like, don't make me do math in my head. I already worked today.
You
It's
get
true.
10 points just for writing your name on the test.
And apparently these shows get 1 point just from us watching it automatically.
Oh, yeah. You can't give it
Yeah.
a 0. Yeah, I don't
Made
know.
it to
That
TV?
doesn't work.
It
Yeah.
did make it to TV. So it's-
So we all said we would not watch the second. I didn't. Did you,
Mm.
Muhammad?
No, that was a terrible episode. I liked the show back when it aired, but that was a terrible episode.
well, it's a good show.
Yeah,
I will
eventually.
say that it is a very good show. When they got a new person, the woman who played
yeah.
the
They recast like half the people. There were like 3 of the leads in that first episode that I don't remember being in later episodes.
Well,
yeah,
some of them died.
Oh
yeah.
So yeah, they had to recast. But yeah, it's a good show. And Dan Fielding, John Larroquette is an amazing actor. He's
back in the new one.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like the only one, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't watched it, but that's what I've seen in the commercials.
Mm-hmm. So I'll tell you what was next was Big Banger Theory with Rico E. Anderson on HBO Max. Muhammad gave it an average. Ryan and Rico said it was pretty good. Although Muhammad and I agreed that we would not watch the second. Rico said he would. I didn't watch the second. Did you, Muhammad?
I've watched more episodes of it just because I've been on planes again. So when I'm on the plane, that's usually the show I tend to go to. I don't think it was specifically the second, but I watched a second episode. I like the series, just that pilot was not great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then next we had Young Sheldon, obviously right after that. Young Sheldon, what was...
This is the one that made you angry, right?
They all make me angry.
Oh, you're not saying it wasn't a comedy. That was what you were saying.
This was Family Show month for December. Yeah. Family Show. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So Young Sheldon, yeah, it made me angry because I thought we were watching a sitcom.
Yeah.
And it was not funny at all. And I don't even think they were trying to be funny.
No,
I think they were a sitcom that are like, fuck jokes.
Yeah, screw
those guys.
It's later on the comedy. It's a little bit more like light family drama with hints of comedy.
Yeah, so I didn't like it. I did not want to watch the second, and I didn't. Jen said no as well. Muhammad, you said you would. Did you?
Again, been on planes, and I put Young Sheldon on when the Big Bang Theory doesn't have good options I haven't just seen. So, yeah, I guess. I mean, not the second, but a second.
All right. We have 2 shows remaining, and they're both in family month of December, of course. This penultimate one was Willow on Disney Plus with Kelly Park. Muhammad, you and I and Kelly all gave very similar scores, pretty high. Yeah. We all said yes, we would watch the second. I did not. Did you?
I did not.
All right.
I did not.
If Kelly were here, I predict that she would have watched the second or third, but then moved on with her life. Yeah, I don't think she watched all the way through.
That was what happened with me because I was not blown away, but I was willing to give it a second shot. But then everything I was hearing from everybody was like, oh, it's really not that good. Even if you keep going, like, okay, well, if everybody's saying it's not that good, I'm not tempted anymore. So that was what pushed me into the no. I didn't feel too committed that time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch more, Melissa?
I watched up to the 4th episode because I really wanted it to get better. And I was like,
you're rooting for it.
This is so bad. It's not good. And I wanted it so bad to be good.
Kudos for rooting for it.
Because I love the movie. I love
me too. I love the movie. That's why I was so ready for this thing. So I will say that Lucia says, I love Young Sheldon. Mona right after that says Young Sheldon is thumbs down. So it's nice little diversity of thought there. Aaron says Sheldon is a tough character to watch at first, but he grows on you.
Young or old?
Yeah.
Which one?
All right. And now the last one is, of course, highly suggested Bob's Burgers on Hulu. Wow. Actor Desmond Heck, Darth's pal, joined us for that one. We all gave it pretty good marks.
It was surprisingly good.
Muhammad Desmond said you would watch the second. I said, nah, and I didn't. Did you, Muhammad?
It's on the list. I have not yet watched the second, but I mean, that is just a few weeks ago at this point. So it's on the list. Like, I could watch the second. I could watch more.
All right.
But not yet.
And that is it, everybody. We have survived.
22.
Oh, yeah. What was the total number of that? Did anybody count?
No.
Around 52.
Yeah. So definitely around 52. So everybody in the comments below, once this live stream is over, just hit refresh so that you can leave comments and let us know your thoughts on those. Anyone you want, let us know. Are we totally wrong about something? Are we totally right? Did you think the same way we did, but then you changed your mind? You watched the show and it was just so good. Let us know and then make your suggestions for us.
Our thoughts on Bob's Burgers. Dr. Emery says yes. And Mona Mayhouse says no to Bob's Burgers. And May Barello, woohoo to Bob's Burgers. And Kimber Spores love Bob's Burgers. So there's some variance of opinion.
All over the map.
Kimber Spores counted. She says it was a lot. Michael says 50. We'll see. Everybody count.
Lucy says it says 52 in the title.
Yeah, so it must be. That's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This has been a great time. Darth, thanks for taking a break from doing laundry. Melissa and Mohammed. Everybody, let me tell you what we've got.
Thanks for letting me co-host the second half of the year. Yeah.
It's a great time.
That was fun.
Loved it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So everybody, you know what's next. In the description box below, after you comment, click on the next link, which is the Zocalo, which is a Good Babylon 5 chat with Norman Lau and Char Schmidt. And then after that, come on back to the virtual TrekCon channel at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time for your weekly favorite show, Star Trek and Chill. It's always a good time. We're going to have JJ Lendl joining us as a very special guest, and it's going to be insane. It's going to be off the chain, in the membrane, right, Darth?
That's it, yeah. And not because those words rhyme.
Only because they rhyme.
The only reason I picked those words.
That's it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Mohammed, thanks for the fun. Everybody at home, click over to the next one. Leave us your comments in the comment section below, and we will see you next time.
Wait. And like Michael Kenyon always, Rosenberg always says, don't forget to be an organ donor, and don't forget to watch the first of things.
Freeze frame, like your favorite show's favorite character.
Wait.
I don't even know what show I'm doing. I'm just doing
Me neither. I'm just doing stuff. All right. Darth, who are you doing? What was that?
I just tried to